Bill, I was on your show, I don't know, 2 years ago, and I talked about the coming insurrection. I've talked about this for a long time. This is the beginning of something. I don't know if this particular protest hangs through the cold months, how it mutates, but we are headed for a very tough summer.
All right,
take these people seriously. Now it's more organic in nature, but you have people on the streets calling for revolution. The media is doing a horrible job in explaining what this really is, what the roots are, how it is global in nature. I'm telling you, Bill, I said this 2 years ago that it's coming.
Anybody in the media want to ask themselves, who's printing this? Apparently, that's too much to ask. Later on the O'Reilly Factor, Geraldo came to the rescue. Watch.
I think that Glenn's statements on the program just now were harsh at best, paranoid or delusional at worst. I think that he totally is blowing the grand scheme of this out of proportion. I don't think anyone's in charge.
You go ahead and listen to Ray Nagin there. You go ahead and do it. I present the facts to you every night. And when O'Reilly presented them to Geraldo, his response was, well, I don't buy that. Well, I don't care if you buy that or not. Geraldo, who's printing it? Who's doing it? The almighty Geraldo has spoken. Jerry, where are your facts? He, like so many others, are missing the point. I don't know Geraldo. I mean, you know, we know each other. We went to a baseball game together. We didn't really say very much, like, other than, no, thank you, I'm good. He says there is no real, you know, there's real frustration out there, but there's no real revolution out there. Yeah, there is. Yeah, there's frustration and a revolution. Now, guess who feeds on frustration? Yes, sheep, radicals. You can't have an army of protesters if they're not mad about something. Wouldn't it be so Saul Alinsky if someone would add to the crisis? But wait a minute. Geraldo says nobody's in charge. That's crazy. And so very obviously true. I mean, look at the loosely organized, according to the AP, Occupy Wall Street group. Look at how they just happened to stumble into 82 countries this weekend. Oh, and they also raised $300,000 in New York alone. And who's in charge of that money? Wait a minute. Let me ask you this. Do the protesters have a say where that money is spent? It's almost like somebody's in charge, huh? They're also receiving over 300 boxes of supplies every single day. Medical supplies. Where do you even send that? Is it just like Park, New York City? And it's all being stored, not at the park. No, they've got a facility set up. It's just a storage facility. It's not even really worth even mentioning on the mainstream news. It's just the storage facility for the United Federation of Teachers. That's it. Nothing to worry about. So your tax dollars are going to fund teachers who are teaching your kids to go protest, and they're storing the protest stuff where your tax dollars are going. Isn't that sweet? Yes, the same unions promoting Workers of the World Unite. But don't worry about it. Nobody needs to report on that. It doesn't really take a rocket scientist to see this is clearly organized, because you haven't even gotten to the massive global coordinated protests that happened over the weekend. We'll get into that in a minute. But I just wanted to spend just a second more here with Geraldo. He was at Zuccotti Park this weekend, and despite kissing up to the crowd, he was physically assaulted and shouted down. This is an exclusive Blaze video when the Fox cameras stopped rolling. Watch.
Stop! You liar! Set your ass on fire!
Go, 15.
Oh.
Whoa, man.
Hey,
Get him out of here.
why'd you do that?
Get out of here. Get that guy out of here. Jesus Christ.
See what that guy just did? That's exactly what you shouldn't do.
What did I tell you?
That's exactly what you shouldn't do. You have a point. You have momentum. Don't let the jerks steal your movement.
Yeah.
So that's what you were doing in 1969. You were ending the war. Geraldo, what are you ending? What are you ending now? I'm just wondering. Geraldo's willful ignorance is stunning. He's shouted down as a liar. Now, they're not going to set his pants on fire. They're saying that they will set him on fire. He's literally assaulted. I mean, who knew what was in the powder? I mean, it could have, most likely it was just donut powder, and he's still defending. He's giving them tips. Geraldo, will you do me a favor? Sign up for GBTV. On Wednesday, I'm going to have the definitive program on who's behind Occupy Wall Street, what their plans are, who their allies are, and most importantly, what happens if America continues to dismiss the threat. That's on Wednesday.